Okay, we are out in Syracuse, New York. I was just at the flower shop, skateboard shop. They were really nice in there, and I got myself a hat. I made a little video, and so I think that might have been uploaded already, so you could see that. Hopefully that made it through. And I figured I'd do at least one skate park in Syracuse while I was here. Syracuse, there was the Battle of Syracuse, and there's a town called Rome, not too far from here. There's some sort of like ancient Roman battles, Italian kind of like names of the towns in this area. Well, at least there's two, Rome and Syracuse. And the Battle of Syracuse was demonstrated in the film Dial of Destiny, the most recent Indiana Jones film, number 5. That's one of the main plot points. Now we're looking for skill space, of course. These are like, it's kind of an interesting city. I saw a bunch of, here, there's a crane over here. I saw a bunch of stuff going up. It seems like some stuff might be coming down. Some construction types of like different things, not sure. And then I was at that one street where the flower shop, skateboard shop, that seemed like a pretty active, like that's like the downtown happening area, it seemed like. Now, I also want to just point out is right now, it's like the last 30 minutes of the FIFA game, Spain versus Argentina. And I'm doing this. I'm not watching that. I'll find out. I was listening on the radio, and I was enjoying that. But then, I got over here, and I'm like, all right, it's time to do this. All right, now here, I don't know what that hill is over there. I'm not going to go over there, but that could be something. I always like actually doing like juggling on a hill for some reason. Just like kind of go up there and juggle on top of it. I don't know. It's something about it. This spot, like right here, is like a something, I think that's not that bad, considering like you've got your equipment's not going to go over here. It's probably not going to go into the street because you got these easements. The easement is the piece of grass between the sidewalk and the street. You got a little one here. You got the larger one there. Like, so if you're up here doing like passing clubs or juggling and stuff, or kendama and poi and all that stuff, I think it'd be pretty good, like 2, 3, maybe 4 people over there. But yeah, I'm kind of a bit of ways away. So this is looks like some kind of a modified, now it says a Carm's Doghouse. So I'm not really, I was thinking that this was like a softball, baseball field. But maybe they turned it into Carm's Doghouse, daycare, grooming, boarding. Interesting. That's not what I expected at all. So maybe they actually own that corner at this point, and you can't use it because it's back there. You can't use it because it's private property. Although I don't know. It seems strange. You'll have to learn more about that. A lot of this stuff, as you will learn or have figured out already, it's like very circumstantial, and it's really like for the local people. So it's like if you're coming through or meeting someone here, hopefully you're meeting like a local so that they know like all this stuff already. They've figured it out. They may not know it now. They're learning. They're figuring it out. Now this to me looks like a park. We've got a playground over there. So to me this seems like we are away. We are no longer by the dog play area. And so this is like a nice, pretty great area that I see. It's not exactly level, but it's pretty close to level. The ground seems pretty even from what I'm experiencing walking on it right now. You've got this hill that sort of protects the whole thing, from like the sound of the cars and that like the traffic over on the street over here. So I think this is like we've seen a lot of spaces, and this is like one of the better ones when it comes to like, the idea of like, if you wanted to have like 20, 30 people, maybe 40 out here. Like this would be, you probably want to get permission from the Park and Recs department, which shouldn't be too difficult, especially when, I've said before, like get your once you have like 2 dedicated people, then you can kind of get a third dedicated person. Like once you have that core group of like 3 people, you start getting things done. You can get gigs. You can talk to the city people. You can kind of then you start bringing in the 4th and the 5th, like people who are gonna like, they may not be as dedicated to you. Maybe they are. You'll find out. This area as well. There's a lot of space over here. The grass. Part of this too is like the grass is really nice. Like this is, look how it's like it was recently mowed. So. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like these are the reasons why I'm saying like this would be such a good place for like a bunch of people. The only thing is like, I would say like we like stay away from the playgrounds. That's like a thing that we always talk about. Is like playgrounds are for the kids, and we've seen a bunch of different signs from anywhere between the youngest being 2 and the oldest being like I think 12. But usually, sometimes playgrounds have like real rules and regulations. All right, here's a spot too. This one is more. It looks like a little bit choppier ground, but if you're gonna come out here and practice on your own or 2 people, it seems like could be pretty good over here. This is another one over here. Like a hill under a tree, so you get your but you're kind of getting close to the playground, so kind of keep away from there. So this is the skate park. This is the DIY for Syracuse, and it looks like it's been assembled over the years. I'd be interested to know like when they came together, like a sort of history on it, but. This area, this kind of area here is like a concrete kind of plaza, like mini plaza, kind of strange. Looks like this might be even like, nope, I thought it was garbage, but it looks like it might have been a fountain at one point. Yeah, I mean this is like the real DIY kind of park where it's like people are making things, people are taking things down, and yeah. So let's take a look at the park once we're here. I mean, so here's another spot here. I mean, if you want to be close, this is once you get stuff like this, it's like more like a small space, 1 or 2 people, like if you set up and juggled here, see, that'd be actually kind of interesting, I think. I don't know. So here's what's going on here. So you got a number. It looks like things are being actually built, and there's demolition happening at the same time as things are being put together and demolished at the same time. So this is, like a lot of different obstacles and things. And I gotta say, like, this is probably the most like actively. We haven't seen anything like this where it's like really actively being built and like modified while it's being used. Any of the DIY stuff we saw before was it was like already done, like it wasn't being changed. There was no piles of things. So not sure what what the plans are. It's also an unusual shape, having this L shape that they got over here, and and then this is an unusual like kind of obstacle over here. So it's really, I would say it's, this is also a good reason, like, do not do the skill in the park, because this is really skate park. This is really all skate. And let's take a look over here. But if you're coming here to skate, you know, that's why I like doing these the skate park, giving you some giving you a look at the skate park as well, so that when you're prepping to go here and you kind of you know what maybe what to expect. But a place like this, it might change like day to day. I mean, look at the looks like the paint can, like recent paint. It's like and yeah, large sections like of this fence that have been removed. Here's, you can see a little bit of how they put together this slightly oververt wall ride sections, and there's like, you know, they're using wood and kind of cobbling it together to create the form. So that's like the back of it. Kind of interesting. I'm guessing there is a couple people that are responsible, like they know how to mix cement and make the forms. So this is like an example of how to do that. They got the coping up here. Then they've got like a rail that looks like it's maybe not so much something you would use. A corridor pipe, some launches, some boxes, rails. They got this like stair situation over here. I like this. That's pretty cool. I just like stuff like that. This is more my speed at this point, because like this is a challenge to me, because I'm pretty much done jumping. I've determined like my knees don't like it no more. And so if I can like find stuff like this that provides me with a like a challenge that's not jumping, then that's great. So yeah, a number of different entrances and exits for the park, and so this is, I'm guessing this is potential future material for the park, my guess. And yeah, here's a kind of another one too that I might like, but that's a little, I almost feel like that's a little too steep for me. I feel I'm like back to like relearning a lot of stuff, like taking things really doing really small stuff. Here's this kind of staircase transition, and it kind of like, I don't know what this is, like a spot, like a fin spine. So I like this. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. So that's a good reason to either come here and skate this, or try to make one of these of your own. That's a pretty unusual obstacle. I like it. I like this a lot, actually. It seems very versatile what you could do on there. I think whoever came up with that was on the right track. And then here's the this is sort of like the mini. If there was the equivalent of a mini, that would be it over here. And Andrew Grabowski. In loving memory of Andrew Drew Grabowski and skateboarders that left us too soon. This is a memorial ramp. Wow. Yeah. And another view of the mini, like a modified mini. So it's like two quarters that are put close to each other. Looks like this one's actually propped up, possibly by some stuff. I mean, that's the thing with the DIY park. It's like, you know, come up with ideas and you know, make it happen. You got this like, this is like safety steel, so that you have some grip, like if you're walking up this, or I guess you could use it for skating as well. Like you could skate it. All right, well, I think that's